Hey y'all, I was just going to show you my hydroponic garden wall. So I built this nice little wall using some kind of materials that I had around the house, and then of course got this little $25 plastic sheeting from a hardware store. And so what I'm growing is mostly mostly greens, looking at mustard greens mostly, because it's a water spinach. This kind of stuff that we eat on the regular. So the cool thing is I got room here for about 56 plants and a pretty small space. Now granted, it looks like they're getting a little crowded as they get bigger, but you know, I'll probably space it out. So, you know, the good thing is I've got options. I can move things around and you know, as it grows. But so far this is probably about 3 weeks in from small seedlings kind of like this. Now I think things are probably slowing down a little bit because it's pretty hot. It's in summer. For us is kind of kicking off here in May. It's already been like, what, 41 degrees Celsius, about 105, 106. But yeah, that's kind of normal. So it looks like we're gonna be kicking off summer. So things kind of slow down a little bit because it gets really hot. And so this garage will be about 100 degrees. But yeah, it looks like things are growing really good. I've already snipped stuff off of here and eaten it. And it's tasted, it just, you know, when you get new greens, baby greens, you eat them and it's just nothing like it. It's just, it's such a great taste. So we eat a lot of this with meats. I eat it with, typically in the morning with eggs. So it's I'm a big fan of that. The water spinach, this is something my wife, she cooks a lot of this in a lot of her dishes, so she's pretty thrilled that we have some, but she wasn't impressed that they don't have enough. So I'm gonna be growing more of that. But anyway, this is kind of neat. It works on a little pump. So inside here, this is a water tank. It has a solution of mixed, you know, minerals and stuff like that. And it goes, there's a 1,100 gallon pump, a Viva Sun pump that I use, and it pumps it up through here, and I'll show you the back. And then of course, as it runs, this little thing pops open. So here, let me show you that. That's actually kind of the fun stuff. You see, got one there and there. Let's pop her open. And this is where you see the magic happen, right? You see all the roots? They just hang down, and they're covered in liquid. So this is how you get very quick explosive growth, is that the roots are hanging down. They get full access to the liquid that is sprayed on them. They also get access to the oxygen. They can grow very well. It's an extremely humid environment. And yeah, so it increases the growth. They grow much faster and than they would in a regular garden. So there is that. I'll tighten that up on the way back. So apologize here. Go through my messy garage, which I have to clean up. So yeah, so here it is. So the pump is sitting in here, and it pushes it up once every 45 minutes for about a minute. And there's two sprayers here. I tried to do a T setting, but it's just the pump is not strong enough. So I have my doubts. It's 1,100 gallons an hour, but it works good enough. And it sprays the back of this, and it does a good enough job that it gets pretty much every single one of these. And then the overflow just kind of goes through this plastic sheeting. Yeah, this stuff is 3 mil. Like I said, just reuse stuff from an old project and just throws it back down into the bucket. Now granted, I've got some leak issues, so that's, you know, as hard as you try to make stuff leak free with DIY is, you know, you're probably gonna get a little bit. So I got a small little drip area that, as the drippage comes through from this, then it goes down into there and goes back into the thing. And so for lighting, you know, I have some just basically some shop lights. I'm gonna put 2 more in here to make this 6, 3 on each, and just increase the lights and the growth. And these don't use a lot of electricity. Yeah, and then they're not expensive either. So I mean, really, to grow stuff indoors in a hydroponic setting, you don't need that really expensive grow light stuff. I mean, you know, I'm sure that those work great, but as you can see here, this is 3 weeks in, and I got a garden that I can use, and so that works great. Now the pumps and all that kind of cool stuff, that's all on a timer. And that runs right here on this timer. And you're like, what is all this mess? So what this is this sort of semi-off-grid, right? So the pumps, I used to have a lot of hydroponic stuff in here. I moved it all outside, you know, for the summer, and it's nice weather, so they do better out there. So what this is doing is pulling the battery. It hits his battery first and pulls the power from that, because it was tripping my it was tripping the electricity here when it popped on. But since it's just one, it doesn't do that anymore. But anyway, let's just keep it, because I'm gonna add another one over here. Because this is, here's a trick with this. This is one wire rack. So, which has been made into 2 wire racks. So these are just 1 inch pieces of wood. And you just notch it on each end. And then you can put that, and you can make like 2 standing wire racks, which was kind of nice. So yeah, so this works here. This is a timer, goes into the power inverter, which is connected to that battery. And this right here is this is connected into the main line, and it just recharges the battery over time. And that's how that works. And then there's a timer for the lights, and so I keep them on. I kind of do like long days, so it'll be off for about 8 hours a day in the middle of the night, just to kind of simulate, you know, natural sunlight and stuff like that. So yeah, so far things are great. They taste good. It's a good little system. Forgot to mention these are all 3D printed. So there's 2 pieces. There's one that goes in the back, and then there's kind of a lip that goes around it that just fits on it snugly, and that just keeps these in, so they don't fall out. Otherwise, I'm duct taping them, and it looks pretty horrible. But anyway, I appreciate you all hanging around and watching me talk about this garden wall. So, you know, just do some fun things and try something out. If you want to do hydroponics, I say go for it. It's a great thing to use for inside. So the good thing about this is going to be year round. It's not going to freeze. It's going to grow through the winter. So this is good as long as I want to keep it. So y'all take care, and wish you the best.